Welcome to A Reason to Talk, sponsored by Cabbage. We are here today with the Beastmaster himself.
Yo.
Joe Pedro Herro.
What?
I don't know. And then I'm here with the Cabbage Man, Rodney Bajangas, 12th to 3rd.
Just standing in the corner doing the cabbage patch.
Sponsored by W Energy. Use your code CRN10 to get 10% off your order today. We're here talking top 10 tag teams
Of all the times.
Now this could be any company.
Any company.
WWE/F, TNA, WCW, ECW, and all that crap. So let's start off.
No, I just want to say tag team wrestling is very meaningful to me. Tag team wrestling is pretty much the ultimate of wrestling for me. I do love tag team wrestling. In a singles match, you got one person going after the other. Tag teams. I hate it when they just put two random people together, like Edge and Kane, and give them the belts. Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin. They gave them a tag team name, but really, they weren't a tag team. They were two singles wrestlers teaming up to beat up other people.
I just hit the applause button like 3 times for to agree with you.
No, I mean, that's how it is. I tell the truth, and I tell it well.
Well, that was literally the gist of most of WWEF tag team division. You had teams, but 90% of it was just throwing people randomly together that didn't fit and then just break up.
Whenever they brought in a real tag team that did real things and brought up the division, they were like, let's split these guys up. Let's bring in the Dudley Boys and have them do a singles run.
And then you got a Reverend and you got Bubba who didn't change a gimmick at all.
Like WWE has done it so many times. Look at American Alpha. I'll talk about them at some point, but American Alpha, they had these two people. They had such a great tag team, and then they're like, let's make one of them Kurt Angle's son, and then, for absolutely no reason.
And then never see him again after that.
Split them up. So,
all right.
I don't know.
It was the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Dude, it just didn't make sense.
I've seen dumber, but I mean,
you still got Chad Gable in WWE, ironically in another team.
Yeah.
But Jason Jordan is doing what?
He's injured. He's out for good.
Like, completely?
I believe so, yeah. I believe he had a number of concussions that he can no longer wrestle anymore, and we miss him.
I was going to say, because like, I haven't heard anything from it.
We miss him.
Just after the Kurt Angle skit, they're like, you don't see him at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, stuff happens like that. But here we are. Well, let's start this off. But before that happens, I just want to let you guys know that I am proud of my nephew, Jackson. He actually beat me in a board game, and I'm very proud of him.
I'm proud of him too, and I've never met him.
Yeah. Well, one day you'll meet him. You'll be like, Jackson, you're an inspiration for me and the rest of my family. And I can't believe you beat your uncle, but do you know what? I can believe him. He's a smart kid. All right, let's go.
All right, anyways.
Next.
I hope my family can live up to your legacy.
Who are you?
Your father.
Oh, Jimothy.
Okay. Your family couldn't live up to any legacy.
Just straight trash. Number 10 on my let's go with Rodney's list. Let's start off. What's your number 10?
No, you said before.
No X-Pac.
No, that's the only rule.
He's the only person on my list.
It's
literally
the only
just
rule.
one name, X-Pac.
10 times.
It's
not even a team.
It's literally just X-Pac, and 6. Just
not even 1, 2, 3 kids.
This is a real story. This is a real story. Like, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but in high school, I went around the school and told everybody that I was X-Pac's cousin, and nobody cared, but it made me laugh every time I said it. It made me laugh so much. I don't know why I started telling people that.
Just start telling people shit
Like,
that nobody
yeah,
cares.
Xbox my cousin. We're cool.
No, we said 10 was going to be the worst, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
10 to 1.
Crime Time.
Crime Time.
Yes.
Well, no, Crime Time isn't the worst tag team. I'm going to tell you that much. I do like Crime Time. I mean, they've got the classic big man, little man tag team. I mean, you saw it with like Enzo and Cass and all that thing. They were actually a really good tag team. And
Yeah, but the difference between them and Enzo and Cass and any of those other big little is that they both could talk on the mic.
no, that's true. Yeah.
And they both could wrestle.
Yeah, absolutely.
I kind of wish they did more, and then instead of just splitting them, like we were talking about before, where they split every team. Because after that happened, you saw Shad, I think, once, and then JTG was just some random dude fighting people on SmackDown.
Yeah, exactly.
And then now, well, rest in peace, Shad, but JTG, I believe, is on the Indies, randomly going around. Also looks a hell of a lot more built than he did.
I was going to say, he's ripped to shit now.
Oh, is he really?
Oh, he's built now, man.
See-
But I feel like they could have done a hell of a lot more. Like, even gave him a tag team run.
Yeah.
I mean, a championship run.
I mean, they would have, but I mean,
Politics.
yeah. And the thing I liked about them about they had their tag team moves, they had their gimmick, and they lived up to the gimmick. It was great. I really enjoyed that tag team. So excellent start to that.
Yeah.
Is there a reason? Is that the whole reasoning of you picking it? Is us discussing it?
No, I personally, this is just my personal opinion. I thought their gimmick was just a little over the top goofy. Two black dudes that are thugs.
African American.
Don't be racist, man.
I just thought the gimmick was a little over the top goofy. It worked.
Over the top, goofy, and stereotypical.
Yeah, it worked. It just didn't.
And they
me,
knew
it
what
just-
they had, and they went with it. And
But-
they didn't care. They just went. They worked and got shit done.
All right.
All right, so now my number 10. We're going away from WWE here, and it's America's Most Wanted.
Okay. I'm not. I've heard of them. But like, I'm not a huge. I was never a really big Impact fan. I don't know why.
I'm
but-
only saying this as a team. I mean, you had Chris Harris, the Wildcat, and then you also had James Storm. Mm-hmm. Chris Harris didn't do shit because he, in the middle of their run, left for WWE. I think he joined ECW, the WWE ECW at the time.
Sure.
Gained a shit ton of weight compared to what he was.
Okay.
And then pretty much after that was just like, well, I'm on the Indies because I can't get rehired by TNA. And then James Storm went on to do a hell of a lot more.
Sure.
And then joined Beer Money with Bobby Roode, which that team was great. And then until they did their singles runs. But if it wasn't for that team, you really wouldn't have James Storm. And that was the whole reasoning of why I had America's Most Wanted as 10. James Storm, yeah, he's a good wrestler. He's out there. But you wouldn't have him without the whole team of him and Chris Harris.
Very good. Very good. I like that. Yeah. I'm going to go with my top 10, and I'm going to go with Grizzled Young Veterans.
NXT UK.
Yep. And right now they're in Schism.
Oh, with Joe Gacy.
With Joe Gacy, yeah. I mean, what I like about them is, I mean, when they bring in two singles wrestlers and they gel as a tag team, but I mean, they were a tag team for a long time, and both of them are actually really good wrestlers. I mean, and seemed what I like about them is they seem to know each other's moves, so they're ready for the next guy. Like, they're a good team.
Good team that they could read each other.
Yeah.
And figure out on the fly what to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Understandable.
Smooth flow.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely understandable. I do enjoy their work, too. I didn't watch anything much of them besides what I've seen in the NXT UK, but that was like in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I didn't watch it that much. Or NXT lately, to be honest with you.
In NXT, they weren't that good. They made them kind of like homeless people stealing food.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're better than that. I mean, they're a really, really good tag team.
Yep.
I mean, that's why I have them in the top 10 of all time, even though I don't have too many of the older tag teams. Most of them could actually perform today, so.
I always thought their name was kind of cool. The Grizzled Young Veterans.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is a good name.
Yeah, I always liked that.
Ronnie, you want to start off with your number 9?
Your mother.
Dude, I knew my mom was a tag team.
Well,
The Bar.
the Bar, yes, excellent. They are in my top 20, absolutely. The Bar, I mean, you can't go wrong with Cesaro.
No.
I mean, normally I hate when they put two singles wrestlers together
that are in a current feud.
Yeah, and they're like, well, you're a tag team now, but it worked for them.
Yeah, and their feuds. That one feud they had,
The best of 7.
Yes,
that
that was ridiculous.
Yeah, they were just beating the garbage out of each other, and like it worked for them. I mean, Cesaro is just a workhorse. In my opinion, he's in the top 3 best wrestlers going today.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, absolutely. That everything that guy does is amazing.
Right. And then I feel like Sheamus is a great worker, and he could partner with a lot of people. But Cesaro was just perfect.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. He's like Kurt Hennig. Everything he does is perfect.
Right.
The man does not know the definition of the word stop at all.
That sounds bad, but I know what you mean.
He doesn't quit. He just keeps going. You can physically see he's exhausted, and he's still pulling out power move after power move.
Oh no, that's like the discussion we had with what was it, Cesaro versus Big E, where Big E's like you were talking about this. Big E was like just throw me if you can, and the whole match, Cesaro just throws the shit out of him like everywhere.
Everywhere, just keeps throwing him, and you see Big E just like, how is he still throwing me during the match? But he just keeps throwing him. Cesaro, he's
phenomenal.
Yeah, WWE dropped the ball on him. AEW dropped the ball on him, but
I think they dropped the ball, gave him the Ring of Honor championship. Mm-hmm. I think he's the current champion, and then that's pretty much it. Which right now, with Ring of Honor being back of what it kind of was, it doesn't make a difference for his status to be the Ring of Honor champion, but to be like AEW champ, WWE champ.
Yeah,
something bigger than what he is. And WWE just Vince McMahon era WWE. I mean, you still got him there, but now about Triple H with creative. He couldn't really talk on the mic.
Yeah,
which I get. But nobody would ever let him give him a chance. Mm-hmm. Like he debuted with that gimmick with what's her name? She's not even in WWE anymore. Oksana,
yeah.
And then gave him the gimmick of I know 5 languages type crap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, the whole time when watching him too, when it's first coming out as Antonio Cesaro, I knew that was fucking Claudio Castagnoli.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've seen his work before that shit. And like, they let him not do half the crap he was able to do. Mm-hmm. And that was what disappointed me with the first run, or first part of his run.
Yeah.
But the Bar together, they were great. And then they fucked him up with the random Braun Strowman and that kid Nicholas from WrestleMania.
Yeah. Still don't know what the hell happened there.
I think he was like the son of the ref or something.
Yeah, well, yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, just that feud was stupid, and to have Braun Strowman basically just go 2-on-1 in that match, and totally ruin the credibility of the
Bar and the tag team division.
Exactly.
They're like, oh, we don't care about the tag team. Here you go, kid.
No. All right, Chris.
I'm going with another TNA one, and that's the Motor City Machine Guns.
Oh, okay.
Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin are great singles competitors. Mm-hmm. Even within TNA, that's how you saw Chris Sabin to begin with, and I believe Alex Shelley was brought in the middle of that run, and then that's when they became Motor City Machine Guns. And speaking of Alex Shelley, he is the current Impact champion too.
Is he really?
Yeah, they gave him. I don't remember who he beat, but he's the current Impact / TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Chris Sabin, I believe, is in the X division, but they're also still together as a team again, bringing him back. And to this day, they still can go.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the speed, the accuracy of both Sabin and Shelley together, just working in harmony. One of the better tag teams that you can see that could do that and without breaking a sweat.
Absolutely. I agree with you. I've seen them a couple times, and I mean, throughout the years, I used to go to IWA shows, and Alex Shelley would be there, Chris Sabin would be there, and like Alex Shelley has a style that is artistic, and I love watching him wrestle. And just I watched the match looking for him to mess up, and he doesn't.
You can never find
he
him.
Doesn't.
That's like going to a Sabu match, just waiting to see if he doesn't mess up, or like you're waiting for him to mess up, which is all the time.
There's like 4 wrestlers out there that are like that, where I sit there and try to watch them mess up, and like Christopher Daniels is one of them. Like back when I used to go to shows all the time, I would try to get him to break character too. I did it once, but I think I just kept chanting "Altar Boy," and he just looked at me and goes, "Shut up." And that was good enough for me.
Oh god.
That was a good one.
What'd you have for your?
For me, I went to Lucha Underground, which
okay.
is absolutely the best company that I've ever seen, and I could rewatch all those shows. And I had to go with Jack Evans and PJ Black, the Darewolf.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Jack Evans and
Helico? No, I like
because they were in AAA a lot together.
Yeah, they were in AAA together, but I really never saw that. Like, I have a lot of gaps in my wrestling knowledge, like or what I've watched, because real life got in the way of me watching wrestling all the time. And so now I just kind of watch what I can watch, and yeah, I never watch too much Japan stuff because I like the American commentators too. And
I know, like even if you switch them to or get the stuff with the English / American commentators, it's not the same. And like that's a lot of times, especially with somebody that doesn't understand Japanese, you're pretty much just watching it for the wrestling now.
Yeah, exactly. And I have ADHD, so get me to sit down and watch TV. I mean, even great wrestling, it's so hard for me to do.
All right.
But yeah, Jack Evans, PJ Black, I mean, they were funny, they were talented. I mean, Jack Evans, a loudmouth, PJ Black is an amazing wrestler, and having them, like, when they would do the air guitars, it was beautiful. I just love them as a tag team.
Cool. I'm going to start off 8 here with not even a team anymore. Well, actually, my first one wasn't a team anymore anyways, but Mustache Mountain.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that for just Trent Seven. I'm saying the combination of Trent Seven and Tyler Bate. Trent Seven also being the coach / trainer of Tyler Bate, even though now Tyler Bate is 100 times better than Trent Seven. They were good. They didn't do shit with him.
No,
in WWE / NXT. But like at first with the UK, they brought him in, and Tyler Bate's running around by himself again now. But them together as a team worked. In the UK scene, too. Like, but outside of before the NXT UK, before they started doing the tournament and all that stuff, it was good. With now with Trent Seven, I don't know if I would even want to see him again with Tyler Bate, but it is what it is.
Absolutely.
What you got for your?
I want to see you
Cabbage?
again.
Okay.
This is one that I had issues picking. Air Boom. Evan Bourne and
Kingston.
Kofi. Yeah.
Matt Sydal, aka Evan Bourne, and Kofi Kingston.
Wow. Okay.
They didn't do shit together.
They weren't together for too long.
No.
But they were entertained. Like, both of them, great athletes. And Matt Sydal, high flyer. He's or Evan Bourne. He's a great high flyer, and he's another one where
You're just waiting for him to mess
you
up.
just wait for him to mess up, and
He doesn't.
He just
He
does it
not.
in real life.
Until he's with the
Until
wellness policy.
he tries to leave Japan. I mean,
Sorry.
Well, that was also the reason why Air Boom ended.
yeah, because the wellness policy, which
And that was during the time frame of the copper penny tag team belts.
Yep.
hated it.
Hated that design. And then that I think they had a slight run with it, but then who didn't? And with that being said, with the wellness policy, he was in AEW, and then waiting for him to mess up. I think he debuted in AEW in a casino battle royal, went for a move on the top rope and slipped and fell in the beginning of the match.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one. It's very similar to the one you see online every once in a while, which I was actually there live for, when not Tyler Black, but I can't remember it. Merrick Brave was in an IWA Mid-South.
Okay.
This was actually after Totally Tool Wrestling 2. Yeah, later that night, where he went to do shooting star press on Trick Davis through a table and ended up just doing a shooting star press onto the top turnbuckle.
I've seen
shit.
that.
And it looks painful, and everybody thought he was injured afterwards, but he was at a Ring of Honor show later that day. So
he was fine.
he
But
was
it
fine.
Still looked
He
painful
wasn't
as
wrestling
shit.
at the show. He was just there. And, I mean, he was... and that's another one, the Black and the Brave, with Tyler Black and Merrick Brave. They were a great tag team. They didn't make my list, but, personal reasons.
Who do you got for number
Who
8
do I
and 10?
have for number? I'm going to go with the Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Junetti.
Fuck.
They're a great tag team. Absolutely great tag team.
Jesus fuck.
And yeah, that's right. I knew somebody else would have them,
Well,
but I have them at number 7. They're
8.
the best match I remember seeing them in was them. I think it was Royal Rumble '91, where they had a match against the Orient Express, and it was just way before its time.
Oh, yeah.
Them just flying around and like doing all these crazy moves, and such a great match. And they were a great tag team. Ended soon, but I mean, then you got Shawn Michaels' single career after that. So, but
Yeah.
they were a great tag team.
Even though that was your 8th, we're going with 7 now. And speaking of Express, I have the Rock and Roll Express as my number 7. And that, the flying around a little bit, yeah. But if it wasn't for them, you also wouldn't have a lot of teams now. And hell, they still wrestle now into their 60s, 70s, whatever the hell old they are.
What I like about seeing them now is they actually still try.
Yeah.
Where most guys their age
Just
go in there,
take
go
a
for
bump.
the paycheck,
And then get out.
and get out. Like there was so many times where I would see older wrestlers come to these shows, and instead of taking a bump, they would just go to a knee.
Yeah.
And that was as much as they wanted to do. But the Rock and Roll Express still take the bumps. They still try to do like the moves, and I mean,
Well, it's like the one time. What fucking show was that for AEW? I don't remember what pay-per-view or if it was Dynamite, whatever the hell it was. The Rock and Roll Express showed up, and they helped Ricky Morton do a slingshot Canadian destroyer to someone. And you're just like, why the fuck is Ricky Morton attempting a Canadian destroyer? But it
That's
just
just
looks
insane.
great because he was still willing to try it.
and you kind of can fault them, but I mean, hell, they're living their lives,
Right.
They spent their years running the road together. They're a tag team that came in together and looks like they're going to go out together. So
Right. Who did you have for your number 7?
Oh, Jesus
Cabbage.
Christ.
Stop sleeping.
I'm tired, okay? I'm getting old.
Whatever. Anyway,
Don't look at me like that.
I'll look at you what I want.
you guys can't see it
I
right now,
have
but we're
shirts
pregnant.
older than you.
That's cute.
Okay, so
Legacy.
number 7. Who's in number 7?
Jesus H. Fuck. And now don't laugh at me. Don't call me a douchebag. Legacy.
Wait. Hold the phone on that. Are you saying...
Just Rhodes and DiBiase.
Okay.
Okay.
I was thinking... Well, originally you had DiBiase, Rhodes, Orton, and...
Fatu?
One
no,
of the... was it a Fatu?
no, I don't.
I think you might be.
It was somebody from the Samoan family.
Yeah.
And then you also had Jimmy Snuka's son that was I think, a planning on having him in there, but then he fucked up the Undertaker spot at WrestleMania with Shawn Michaels where he was the cameraman.
Oh, sure.
And then they're just like, yeah, you're done because you almost killed Taker. Helped kill Taker.
He's already dead. He's a dead man.
Oh, that's true. So never mind. But I get that because you wouldn't really have Cody Rhodes' career. Ted DiBiase's, I think, sitting in prison right now.
He's definitely not doing good. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, they were a good tag team, and both Rhodes and DiBiase both had a lot of talent.
Did you ever see the debut of how they came to be, like how Rhodes and DiBiase became a thing?
No.
Rhodes and Hardcore Holly were teaming up. They were the Raw World Tag Team Champions. And Ted DiBiase was like, I'll have a partner, and my mystery partner is Cody Rhodes. So Cody, that was
match he turned on him.
Yeah, so that was like the first match where Cody Rhodes beat himself for the championship.
Okay.
And I always find that hilarious. He's like one of the few people that beat their own selves for a belt.
It was pretty funny.
But they just destroyed Hardcore Holly on that 2-on-1 type shit.
Okay.
Other than that, it's really started Rhodes' career in WWE. But did it help him that much with him and Randy?
Not really.
I don't know what to tell you on that one.
Okay.
Ted DiBiase Jr. was just kind of there. They tried the singles run with Maurice, did nothing. Gave him the $1 million championship, did nothing. But whatever.
I'd say that made his career worse.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Well, I'm going to for my number 7. I'm gonna split up a faction like that too. I'm gonna go with Imperium.
No, what are you saying? Are you not saying Gunther? Or
No, Gunther's not in there. I'm talking about
Giovanni something.
Da Vinci and Fabian. No,
Fabian
Archer.
Archer and Giovanni is the same person.
Yeah.
God damn it, we got the game right fucking in front of us.
Ludwig Kaiser.
But
Ludwig Kaiser.
Yeah, I mean they, especially their NXT days, NXT UT days, like the matches they were putting on for a tag team that they put together.
Yeah,
like it was simply amazing. And honestly, watching them wrestle was like artwork, and the teamwork that they had was wonderful. I almost cried when Giovanni Da Vinci or whatever turned on them and then joined them, like because they're
like no, and then fuck it,
and then they're like fuck it, we need him in there. So, but I mean, it's great stuff. I mean,
did you ever watch the Cruiserweight Classic?
Yes, I did.
With him, Giovanni Da Vinci, where he lost weight to join it.
Yes, he lost weight to do it. Like, he doesn't look anything like himself. And then he put on tons of muscle.
Yep.
And then just started tagging with Ludwig Kaiser or whatever his name is. Like, he was like, and then he can still do the exact same moves, like the double bounce moonsault or whatever it is. I mean, great stuff. Right. Like, they are easily one of the best tag teams out there right now. It sucks that they don't get to show it all the time.
And I don't know why I hit that button, but anyways,
You're fired.
So let's get on to number 6 here.
No.
And since we're breaking up factions,
sure.
Oh dear God.
I don't know if it's technically breaking up factions, but I'm going ironically with the New Age Outlaws. If it wasn't for them joining the new version of DX without Shawn Michaels, I don't know who the fuck they would have gotten to do DX with Triple H in China and X-Pac later on.
Yeah.
But that would have stopped right there. Not including DX part of it, but with the New Age Outlaws versus, was it Mick Foley at the time? Mankind? I don't even remember. And Chainsaw Charlie in that dumpster match.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
They were one of the part of the teams that were not the main three that you saw in the WWF 90s area, late 90s to early 2000s with the Hardys, Dudleys, Edge and Christian, where they helped out a bit of it to make it a little bit less boring just going between them three teams. Because I think Dudley's had a few matches with the Outlaws. I just remember Billy Gunn doing the famouser through the table on SmackDown. And Road Dogg, his gimmick before that was him feuding with Jeff Jarrett over who the hell is the real person singing Jeff Jarrett's theme song.
Pardon me, sorry.
I think Cabbage just died.
My apologies.
I didn't enjoy that.
But yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm going with number 6, New Age Outlaws. They had a lot of influence into the new version of DX. They had a whole bunch of different careers besides that. Like Billy Gunn was in Chuck and Billy, was in the new Acclaimed, and a whole bunch of other shit. But I'm going with them for my number 6. Cabbage?
Number 6. So I can count, right?
Yeah.
The Usos. I really like the Usos.
Any particular reason?
Okay, I'm gonna sound a little cliche, but I like the family thing. I'm kind of weird like that.
The Samoan, or do you mean the bloodline?
No, just the fact that they're brothers. I like the concept of a brother duo tag team. I think it's kind of neat, and I like the before they became what they are now when they debuted, the brighter colors, just the
whole Samoan gimmick.
The whole Samoan gimmick. Yeah,
because
I really dug the shit out of that.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they debuted with Tamina.
Yes.
Attacking the Hart. Shit, what were they called?
The Hart Foundation?
No,
the Hart Dynasty.
Yeah.
With David Hart Smith Jr. and Tyson Kidd.
Natalia.
Yeah. And that's all I remembered from that.
They kind of
I agree with
the
the board
background there, but
I agree with
you
the
brought
board.
up Tamina. I had to do that. The Usos. They're.
Brought up Tamina
I don't know
and
if
Joe
I ever
died.
really gave them a fair chance.
I did. So,
because I go off and on about with wrestling, like because WWE, when it's bad, it's really bad, but when it's good, it's really good. And a lot of times they're really good. The Usos have something to do with it. Yeah, the Usos have something to do with it. But I just the whole Bloodline feud is like very cinematic and very good, like that they have going on. But I don't understand. Like I don't understand why it's ever. I think the first time I've seen them, they were still green, and they were with Tamina.
Oh, so
and
back
I
in
saw
like
that.
2010s?
I saw the match, and Tamina went for a headbutt and missed him by over a foot. And I was probably in the grandstand, and I could still see them. So I think once that happened, I really checked out of them.
I get that. My thing with wrestling now, storyline wise, I'm in and out, like you said. But there's highlights. Like I do like the fact with the Bloodline now that they've separated from the Bloodline and is trying to get away from Roman's shadow. But if it wasn't for the Bloodline, they wouldn't be in this big story thing right now. Mm-hmm. But my question is, for that, are they going to split up and are they going to try to fight Roman for his belt?
Yeah, I think that's happening in the next pay-per-view.
Is it? I don't even know what the fuck.
I think
it's Jay against
Roman?
Roman, yeah.
They're just trying to find anybody for Roman to beat?
Pretty much.
Sure.
Because
who hasn't he
I don't know
beat
who
yet?
the hell he would get dethroned by anyways. But that's not bad. It wouldn't be. It's not in my top 10.
Just the two of them. I always thought their in-ring, out-of-ring chemistry was good. Their mic skills were always good. I just thought they had the whole package. They could work well in tandem in the ring when they were fighting. It's just I honestly thought they had all the potential, and they ran with it. They're a great tag team in my opinion.
I can't disagree with that. I'm going to go to ECW right now, and I'm going to bring up Rob Van Dam and Sabu.
Yeah.
They are my number 6.
That's good.
I mean, Rob Van Dam is
Is a
like,
great singles.
Absolutely. Sabu is
Sabu.
Sabu. And then you, for some reason, you put the two together. You wouldn't think they'd work out so well together, but they did.
No, especially sorry, Chris Jericho, for using this word, but especially with Sabu botching. A lot.
Chris Jericho is going to come out of nowhere and code break you now.
Yeah, give me the Judas effect. But like, that was his main thing in singles matches.
Yeah.
He like fucking either slipped, he missed the triple jump moonsault from the chair.
Yeah.
But then pairing them together somehow fucking worked. Like,
somehow worked, yeah.
Like, I remember that, God, speaking of ECW, it was them two against Hayabusa and, God, I can't remember his name. Japanese dude that always had, like, all the Japanese writing all over his
Hikuchi?
Thank you. They were fighting each other.
Yeah.
And they put Hayabusa and Hikuchi, I so butchered that, onto one single table. And then from kitty corner of the ring, you had Rob Van Dam on one top rope and Sabu on the other, and they both leaped to do a leg drop onto one single table with them both on it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, the fact that they pulled that off without nobody fucking something up.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of amazing, and like they gelled very well, and then they had Bill Alfonso just annoying the crap out of everybody,
God.
but
that's the great
helped
manager.
out. Absolutely just help that tag team become a cohesive union, and you think of those two, they were good singles wrestlers, but I mean,
single wrestlers, they're opposite.
Absolutely, but I mean, they worked, and they're like the moves were just amazing. So yeah, they're my number 6.
Number 5 is your number 8.
Okay.
Oh, I got the Rockers.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The Marty Junetti and Shawn Michaels as a team were great. It was sad the one tag team championship win they got in WWE was not recognized. Mm-hmm. But before WWE, they were in the NWA, I believe.
Yes, absolutely. Or AWA.
AWA. And there they were great. Mm-hmm. They did a lot more as a team in AWA than they did in WWE because, like you said, they were short span and they broke them up. And then Marty Junetti was just kind of teaming with everybody he could.
Yep.
Even with that one singles run, I believe he had as the Intercontinental Champion.
Yep.
Which didn't last long.
I mean, and then they had the feud there where it was like the barbershop window, sensational Sherry fainting. No, that was the Mario Martel, that feud, wasn't it?
That might have been that one.
Okay, never mind.
I still remember Marty Junetti and Shawn Michaels like, we're good, and then he Sweet Chin. Well, I don't know if it was called Sweet Chin Music at that time.
Sure.
Super kicks him and then throws him through the glass window.
Yep.
And then that's it for that team.
Yeah.
And then Marty Junetti was gone for like I don't know if it was like a few weeks, a month maybe.
Yeah.
And then
getting surgery on his face, I believe they said.
Yeah.
You know, people can't go through glass windows without needing surgery on their face.
But yeah, other than that, very influential to other teams that did the high flying, the nod of, well, now today you see that all the fucking time. But it makes sense. It works.
Good.
All right, Fox. We're back.
Fox.
We had to take a little break, about a week long.
We're on number 5 for the top 10 tag teams. My number 5 was the Rockers. I went into the description earlier in this podcast. But now we are going to go hit up Cabbage himself, Rodney, for his number 5. Okay.
What did I just knock over? I just killed a fly.
PS5 controller. It's one of the good ones too. So.
All I know is I killed a fly, and I'm taking credit for that.
That has nothing to do with your top 5.
No, it was just something I wanted to mention because I feel proud of it.
Come on, Cabbage.
I thought I already said my 5th one.
What was your 5th one?
I thought it was Legacy.
No, you haven't said that.
Well, yeah, you did.
I thought that was my 5th one.
So wait, are we just waiting on your 5th one?
I think so, because my 5th was Legacy.
Number 5 for Uncle Joe is the Brainbusters. Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson. They spent years together.
They did.
Forming like a very cohesive unit under the eulogy of Bobby the Brain Heenan. They really came into their own. What I like about them are they're two fabulous workers. A lot of mat stuff. I'm a huge fan of mat wrestling, and
well, that pretty much is the basics of wrestling. Is mat wrestling to begin with, and then because of that, you don't have that much else. I mean, you got the spots, you got the bumps. But you got to have mat wrestling in a lot of your matches.
With the Brainbusters too, like after Tully Blanchard pretty much got fired from the
WWE.
Was it WCW or?
I think they were the Brainbusters in.
They were a tag team in both companies, but in the WWE, they were known as Brainbusters, and Tully and Arn in WCW because they were part of the Four Horsemen.
Yes, because the Four Horsemen was Ric Flair, them two, everybody on Earth.
Yeah, Ole. Anyways, but I mean, they were very cohesive, and after Tully was no longer able to be his tag team partner, it was. Arn Anderson was really never in a great tag team after that.
Yeah.
I mean, he tagged with Ric Flair, but I'm, in my humble opinion, Ric Flair's very overrated. He's very charismatic. He can go, but I think Arn Anderson was the better part of that crew. Like Arn Anderson is in my top 50 wrestlers of all time.
I get that. But with you being said with Ric Flair and that, it kind of didn't work because Ric Flair was primarily a singles wrestler. That's why it never really worked as a team. And then you also got... He really only worked well as being like almost the front man of the Four Horsemen for almost the mouthpiece. They all could... Most of them could talk. But it was pretty much the singles wrestler of the team.
And yes, exactly. And I think the thing I like most about Arn Anderson is he looks like everybody's uncle at some point.
Yes,
he does.
He looks like either you had him as an uncle or a gym coach.
Makes sense.
But at the same time, when you put him in the ring, like he looks like he could wrestle like a 5-minute match and would walk to the room, the back, and just be blown up. But no, the guy could go and. One of my favorite matches with him was him and Regal at Super Brawl 3, I believe, or 2. I can't remember, but it was a half-an-hour match, and I was working at one point, and that match was in the background, and I just kept looking back up like, holy shit, they're still going. They're a great take, but yeah, back to that. Arn and Tully, you really don't get more cohesive than they were, and you don't become a better tag team. The only thing that I think that they could have done better is gone against better tag teams with similar backgrounds. Like at certain times in wrestling, tag team they really hit the tag teams like you'll see later. They're with some of my top 5 because. Like, while I was going through my list throughout this week, I had to add in another tag team that I absolutely can't believe I forgot off the list. And so they're going to be tied for number 4. So it's going to be my top 11. But at certain times in wrestling, their tag team wrestling is, like, at the top of the game where they have a number of tag teams that work very well with each other. And I mean, in the mid '90s, they had like so many just random tag teams that actually seemed to work good together, like the Body Donnas and Smoking Guns. I mean, yeah, they were a comedy tag team, but they were actually really good. They actually had very cohesive unit or teams, and Billy Gunn is probably the best tag team wrestler of all time.
Yes.
Just because he was able to do it with so many different people.
Yes, you had Smoking Guns.
You
You had Road Dogg. You, at one point, well, right now, you have Acclaimed in that stuff. Even though I think he may be retiring. I don't know. He did some weird shit where he left his boots in the ring.
Yeah, if it's not a retirement, they need to stop playing with that kind of stuff. Like, just leave.
They did that with Mark Henry, where he pretended to retire, and he was wearing that like salmon-colored fucking jacket, and then John Cena
that
was
stupid suit.
like came out, yeah, and
Yeah,
John
I
Cena was
remember
like,
that.
oh yeah, and he was the champion at the time,
Yeah.
and Mark Henry was like, false, it's fake, and then just hits him with the world's strongest slam, and then started a feud that nobody cared about.
So yeah, the Brainbusters are my number 5 tag team.
Awesome. I almost forgot about them too.
Yeah.
Didn't he wear that same stupid suit at the unification ceremony for the WWE and World Heavyweight Championship?
I think so.
I think he wore that
might
same
have.
dumb suit because he stood out so bad.
Anytime there's a salmon-colored suit, it's
It's
dumb.
terrible.
It never
It's awful.
works.
No. All right, let's get to number 4. We're looking at mine. I don't know whatever the fuck you want to call them. If we're doing WWE, it's the Revival. If it's AEW, it's fuck the Revival. I mean FTR.
Scott and Dash?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I don't know, but you might have. No, wait, no. I was trying to think of their names now. I don't
Scott
remember.
Dawson and Dash Wilder?
No, I was trying to think of their names in AEW. I can't remember.
Oh,
in AEW they change their names.
yeah.
Yeah.
They switched over. Fuck, it's on the tip of my tongue. I cannot remember
I
it,
think
but
it's WWE names, that's why.
yeah,
Or they own them.
I cannot remember that, but yeah.
But besides that,
Oh, they own the WWE names now?
yeah. Or no, WWE,
WWE owns their
the
names.
Revival names.
Oh, okay.
But besides that, their style, kind of based off your number 5, makes me think of a newer version of the Brainbusters. Ironically, as FTR, they got Tully Blanchard to manage them.
Yeah.
I feel like that didn't do shit. It didn't make a difference. But they're currently, because they got bored in WWE and they wanted to wrestle more, they're currently, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the AAA Tag Team Champs? No.
I know at one point they were. I believe they actually lost those ones. Yeah.
Yeah, they're some type of champion, because I know they had like 2 belts right now or something.
At one time, I think they had 6 belts.
Yes. And they wanted to work. Character-wise, I'm not a big fan of their promos and shit like that. But as a team themselves and the matches they could put on
Yeah.
and work well with almost everybody is what I like. Especially when, like, in an era now where you're looking at WWE where they split every tag team on Earth. They don't really give a crap about tag teams that much.
Mm-hmm.
And when they do or they get big, they turn. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. I.e. the Rockers. Nobody gives a shit about Marty Junetti anymore. They all know Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
But as a, I don't know. They're one of the teams that I feel like they would refuse if anybody told them that they're going to break up and stick with their guns.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the WWE loves to do that a lot. I mean, sometimes it works. Like, any tag team in WWE that didn't turn on each other, I'd like you guys name one besides the Revival.
Right. And it's very hard.
It's
because they just broke up another team recently too, and I don't remember what the hell they were.
Weren't we just talking about them?
Yeah, I don't remember their fucking names.
The what was it, that Ivy Nile, whatever.
Oh, yeah,
the Diamond Mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the WWE loves breaking up tag teams, and I don't understand why.
Doesn't make a lick of fucking sense.
Yeah, the
No,
Revival
it really doesn't.
are one that I believe left WWE so that they wouldn't break them up. So
and it makes sense. They wanted to do what they wanted to do. Yeah. So, Cabbage.
Hot Rod himself.
Peanut brittle. And
wait, Hot Rod and
English
Peanut Brittle are
toffee.
your number 4?
No, peanut brittle and English toffee.
Oh, okay.
That's my number 4.
Good thing I put it in the cappuccino machine.
Jesus Christ.
What's your number 4?
So sticking with my heel streak that I kind of started, rated RKO. I liked their,
Okay.
I feel like they had good in-ring chemistry. I liked their promos personally. I thought Randy Orton could talk. Edge was a little bit, but
he's not bad, but he wasn't.
He wasn't the best on the mic, but he could cut a good promo. Randy Orton, I still think can cut great promos. I love listening to him talk.
That's almost like how you can't have Randy Orton as a face.
No,
You can. Nobody's gonna care.
no. Everybody likes him as the bad guy because he basically perfected being the bad guy. Well, one of the few that
But the only thing is they weren't together that long to be on my team or my top 10. For my opinion, but the other thing about that is I feel like the only feud they really had was with DX.
It was
The newer version, the 2006 era DX.
But they took, in my opinion, they took the bad guy gimmick and just fucking sprinted with it. Like they took that shit and just fucking boom.
Oh yeah.
And I absolutely loved that. They didn't break character for shit, and I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
And that
they knew what they had to do.
It was the combination of their theme songs as well. I thought that was super cool. Their combined entrance, I loved all of it. I thought they were a great tag team.
Well, mashup of themes is always fucking phenomenal, unless it's terrible. Like you have anything with the Miz, like Show Miz was dumb as hell.
Oh my god, that was terrible.
Or what was the other one? Jericho.
Oh yeah.
Anytime Big Show's in a tag team, it's like, why? Just have him be a big oof.
They have nothing for him. He wants something else, and then they turn him into a comedy character. Like that one Rain where that one time in his career where he randomly just started dressing up as random shit.
Yeah.
He was Hogan. I can remember one.
Yeah.
Wait, Big Show?
He was Hulk Shogun.
Hulk Shogun. That's great. I would pay him to dress up like that.
Stupid.
Yeah. And
had to look goofy enough though.
Well, that's WWE though. They're putting anybody in to impersonate anybody else. They did the same thing with I can't remember his name.
The Miz did it with The Rock.
No, I'm thinking of
which was
Damien
dumb as
Sandow,
shit.
where he became the Miz. Which
Damien Mizdow?
That worked.
Damien Sandow, by the way, is my nephew's favorite wrestler. Like
the dude can
favorite wrestler.
Like he's not bad.
I'm proud of him.
NWA though.
Yeah.
That's where I think that he's on NWA.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it, but
no, like I understand. Like I get where you're going at with rated RKO.
It's just
rated RKO is one of the times where they actually seem to complement each other instead of being
two
random singles guys put together. Like even like Jericho, like each of them would wrestle so differently that like it just didn't make sense to have them together. But Randy Orton and Edge actually seemed to do it well.
They just gelled so well, and I loved that.
And I mean, but Randy Orton, in my opinion, is also in the probably top 20 wrestlers of all time because he lives the character, and he like even the little nuances he seems to hit them, and I enjoy that about wrestling. I like wrestling.
I can feel like
we all like wrestling.
I feel like too, like he can, and I might be off with this, but I feel like he's one of those few that can team with pretty much anyone and make it work somehow.
Yes,
maybe,
but I feel like it. I don't know. I'm not 100% on that one, mainly because he could team with anybody, make it good for a little bit, then after that you're just like, I don't care anymore.
And that was going to be one of the things I was going to bring up, the little one-off with him and John Cena fighting the entire roster because they pissed Triple H off or some shit. And they had that 2-on...
Like almost like a gauntlet match.
Yeah.
Them two against the entire roster.
Yeah, and it was one of those one-offs, but for the time that it happened, it worked.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you were to do that any other time, I feel like it probably would have tanked. Oh. Because it was one of those, let's do this, let's get this over with, we got to do it, let's just do it.
Yeah. What's your number 4, bud?
Number 4, this is the tying tag team.
Okay.
I've got 2 of these tag teams that, one of them, if they teamed a little bit longer, probably could have taken in my top 1 or 2 spots because I mean they came out swinging. They're called American Alpha with Chad Gable and
Jason Jordan.
Jason Jordan.
That
WWE split them up way too quickly. In fact, one of my favorite matches of all time, is 2 out of 3 falls with them and the Revival. Actually,
there we go.
They put on a 2 out of 3 falls match that was so solid, and it was just mid card, but it completely stole the show.
Yes, that was when you said about them being split up too early. I agree because I feel like that was almost maybe a couple months into them getting put onto the main card. I mean,
main roster. I mean, we all know why Vince McMahon doesn't like small guys, and Chad Gable is a small guy. He's like 5'6", 5'8", something
around there. But that's the thing. He's almost. I'm not gonna say the next Kurt Angle with the Olympic crap, but
they're trying to make that with Chad Gable now.
Yeah.
Not Chad Gable. With Gable Stevenson.
Yes, that's what it was. So close names.
Yeah.
But what was that? I don't know how many people were in that match. That tag team match at WrestleMania. It was Braun Strowman and Ricochet, Chad Gable, and fucking Otis.
Yeah.
I can't remember the other ones, but Chad Gable pulled the whatever you want to call it, the Chaos Theory.
The Chaos Theory, yeah.
Where he does the rolling O'Connor roll into the German suplex.
And picks Braun Strowman up, and Braun Strowman, you can hear him go, "Oh shit, he got me."
Yeah, you can see
he's a small dude, but he's fucking powerful.
He's like a great wrestler, and Jason Jordan was going at the time they came up. Jason Jordan was looking for a good tag team partner. He was going around and trying all these people, and
that was the story.
Yeah, and none of them would work out. So then Chad Gable kept walking out "You ready?" holding the towel that said Gable. He goes, "Let's be ready, willing, and Gable." And it was so great. And eventually he won Jason Jordan over, and they were a very solid tag team with.
Right. They should have, as a singles, Jason Jordan, no.
Yeah.
Oh, he 100%
and then he randomly teamed with Seth Rollins, I think, at one point.
Oh, that was after he came out as Kurt Angle's son.
Yeah, what was the whole point of that?
There was no point of that.
It was the worst thing I think I've ever heard. It was terrible. And
neither of them were the same after. Chad Gable, I'm surprised he still had a job, but now he's teaming with Otis and that one female. That's.
Well, I know I don't know her name because she just showed up out of the blue.
Yeah.
And it looks like Chad Gable's trying to train her.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the War Raiders too. And
oh my god, yeah.
This list, that's another tag team that's just.
The one thing I didn't like about War Raiders though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they are misused, but the fact that they had to change their name from Viking Raiders.
Oh my gosh, it's so stupid.
I'm not losing my mind. I'm like, are we talking about?
Yeah. The Viking Experience.
Yeah, that was.
I don't.
They
know
were
what
for
called.
At one point. Their name was the Viking Experience. I think it was only for a week.
Whatever their name was on the Indies, they could have fucking kept that and been fine.
It was the War Raiders.
It was the War Raiders.
Yeah, because they would walk on war, and you. I'm gonna put them in a 3-way tie with a number 4 because they are so they're good.
I also find it funny. I don't remember. It's the bald one. I can't remember his name.
Eric.
Eric?
Eric is the bald one,
and then
Ivar was the big one.
Okay.
The bigger one.
Right. So, Eric's married to Sarah Logan. Why the fuck did they have to change her name to Valhalla?
I don't know. Sarah Logan worked.
It definitely worked. And
her character was almost that of the War Raiders by herself.
I feel like they did it just for the purely for the aesthetic.
And the fact that they're trying to do a Viking thing?
There's a female wrestler on the Indies, Maxine the Impaler.
She'll be at Mondo Lucha.
And I think somebody in WWE saw that and was like, we have to recreate that because we don't want to hire her.
The funny thing is, they haven't admitted that, but so many people have actually said that. They were like, dude, they stole Maxine Impaler's gimmick.
The second I saw Sarah Logan come out, I was like, oh, they hired Maxine Impaler. And then it's like, no, fuck.
It's fucking
no.
And I saw her wrestle once in this one fed that's in South Indiana, and damn, that chick can go.
Oh yeah,
she's a beast.
I'm really excited for next month now, September, when we go to Mondo Lucha. She'll be fighting Sierra, I think her name is.
Oh,
We talking
Sierra's
about
gonna die.
Maxine Taylor?
Yes,
She's gonna be
she's
there.
at Mondo Lucha.
Yeah.
Wow,
And
yes.
Sierra's gonna get murdered.
Yeah,
I am
she is.
excited for that. I cannot wait for that.
I know. That's gonna be a fucking hell of a match. What's your third?
The third
Number four.
number 4. My third number 4 is Red Dragon.
Ooh, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish.
Bobby Fish, yeah.
Ah, okay.
They were such an excellent tag team. They were hard hitting. They were mat wrestling. They were
almost
so
like the
amazing,
Japanese
yeah.
strong style brought.
Yep, brought here, and they did a great job of actually doing it in NXT and wrestling in Ring of Honor and just
Ring of Honor is where they thrived.
yeah.
NXT they were great, and then they got put in with Adam Cole for the Undisputed Era, and then Roderick Strong.
Well, they debuted. No, Adam Cole debuted with them, and even the 4 of them together seemed to gel really well. Like I was surprised on how well the 4 of them just. But I know that Red Dragon and Adam Cole
they're good.
they were a team together for a while, and then when Roderick Strong joined them, I was very iffy about it. In fact, I was in the crowd when Roderick Strong joined them. I was visiting Disney, and I remember yelling at Rod, when they offered him the spot. I was like, "Come on, Rod, you don't want to do that. You wouldn't look good in black pants." And man, he looks good in black pants. But
I can't argue that because I know.
when he joined them, it's like they teamed together. They always team together, and after everyone left the WWE, Roderick got lost again.
Right, because Roderick's still there.
No, he's not.
Wait, Roderick's not in that.
No, he is in AEW right now.
That's right. He just came in. I forgot he debuted with Killswitch Engage's music. Mm-hmm. I remember that now. The end of Heartache.
I was just saying, you and I were freaking out for an entire day over that.
Who the fuck is this? And then I'm like, oh, that makes sense. The end of Heartache, because he always did that was the name of his move.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, damn it, that makes sense.
Yeah, goober.
But here's the thing. Where's Kyle O'Reilly? I could have swore he got injured after.
Yeah, he's been injured about a year now.
And because of that, Bobby Fish was in AEW for 2 seconds. For what you could say a cup of coffee. I'm not 100% sure if he's signed, but I know he's in Impact.
Yeah, last I heard from him, he's in Impact. And if you believe all the rumors and innuendo, Bobby Fish was in the locker room talking highly of Triple H, and that's why he got fired.
From AEW?
From AEW. He was talking high about Triple H, and I mean...
Who gives a shit? I mean, it makes sense because you don't want to talk about the competition.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean...
It's competition. That's what makes you...
Right now, we're just missing an awesome tag team.
Oh, yeah.
With Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. And, they put on so many awesome matches. I mean... Now that they're out of WWE, Dave Meltzer will give them
4 stars,
5-star matches every week.
I don't understand his ratings.
Well, I understand it. His ratings go where the paycheck is. So
that's true.
So yeah, I mean, my number 4 pick is Red Dragon, Viking Raiders, War Raiders, whatever you want to call them, and American Alpha.
It's not bad.
I missed 2 out of 3 tag teams. So
I like that War Raiders thing because it's an example of 2 big dudes that are powerful but have speed and agility.
Yes, and can go. And
they can just
they can fight.
Yeah,
and they can put on a show and take over the.
In fact, one of my dream matches is them going against my number 1 tag team.
Oh shit!
We'll find out that.
Yeah.
In 3
seconds.
Yeah. We don't care
3,
about
2, 1,
we
go.
don't care about 3 and 2. Cabbage, what's your number third? Number third. Number three.
Number third. Number third. Number third.
Number third.
Hello. Hello. Bidet, are you there?
No.
Okay. This one's a little goofy, but I thought to throw it in there because fuck it, why not? RK Bro.
Okay.
I like the combination, and it took him a while to gel. I'll admit that, but I like the combination of Riddle's goofiness, Randy Orton's seriousness. I think it works. It's just I like that, my favorite moment with him is when Matt Riddle tried he bought Randy Orton a scooter. And he blinged it out so it had all the Viper aesthetic, and he's like, "Here, bro." And Randy Orton just gives him a look like, "You're a stupid son of a bitch." And I thought the goofy and the serious, I thought it gelled pretty well. I liked it.
I'm going to say no.
I knew you were going to say no as soon as you dropped your water bottle. Oh,
It was
God.
just empty, that's why I jumped.
Oh, I thought you were like, "Fuck this, dude. I'm done."
No, but no, I'm going to say no. I get the comedy aspect of it because they needed some laughs. The random pairings as singles, both of those guys are good fucking wrestlers. But as a team, it doesn't make sense. They just wanted to give them something to fucking do as a team for no fucking reason because they can't have good other teams in WWE. And you had what you were saying, the seriousness. I feel like it took them a while at first because Randy Orton didn't want to fucking do it.
No, you could tell, but I feel like over time it weathered down, and I feel like they ended up honestly working fairly well together.
And in that sense, Matt Riddle needs to work on the less of smoking the doobs.
He definitely needs to stop being so high all the
I
time.
don't think he realized 90% of their TV is live.
And he just got back from being suspended for wellness policy violation?
Probably. I don't know.
He was suspended
Didn't they take marijuana off the...
I don't know.
They might have, but I'm not 100%.
But I know he was just suspended for violating the wellness policy, and I think he just came back.
But because it was like maybe a month ago, not even.
Yeah.
So they decide... So they're like, hey, just to punish you, we're putting you against Walter.
Yes.
Yeah, and he got his ass beat. Because
Dude,
he came
I
back
love
with fucking the cornroll, whatever the fuck shit, his hair.
The weird.
Yeah, he looks stupid. Just go back to having your normal hair. You looked better that way.
That's the thing with him. I remember we were talking about this the other day. He's the one, it's going to sound weird, Caucasian wrestler that we've seen wrestle barefoot that did not have taped feet.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got to that conversation.
I don't know how that started, but we were talking about that because
we were talking
every
about
other wrestler that I've seen that has come barefoot has had like tape wraps. Umaga, Yokozuna, Solo Sikoa, they all have like foot wraps, but Riddle is just the only wrestler that I can think of that's ever, in WWE at least, that's wrestled completely barefoot. I've never seen that before, and I think it's just very interesting.
But that's the other thing with RK Bro. It was unnecessary. They did have the championship run. Riddle, I'm saying less of the pot and realizing we're live because they're live daily for the fact that, oh my God, Botchamania, he's been on there just because he went to go, he's literally asking Asuka if his scooter was cool, and then he goes, cut it, and Asuka's like, what do I do now?
Oh yeah, the promo, yeah. It's just a little backstage skit. It was funny as fuck because Asuka's like,
I'm just gonna keep walking.
And one, I feel like for one, and I
get it.
I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
You don't know if you're recording a live segment or not, but
and you can't look directly at the camera either because they're gonna know, oh shit.
I also don't see Matt Riddle as a big champion, like a world champion. I see him as reigning Intercontinental United States, anything like that. I don't see and a tag team.
I don't see Walter ever losing the belt, by the way.
Oh no,
but he just passed the Macho Man.
Yeah.
Did he?
Reign of Macho Man was 413, and Gunther, Walter, whatever you want to call him, is like 414 at the time. I don't know what it is now, but
I may be overselling it, but I feel like the day he loses that title is going to be like
it's going to be
close to the streak being broken.
I feel like they're going to be a dick.
It's going to be
like when Undertaker lost his streak.
It's going to be bigger than when Roman Reigns loses his belt.
I feel like it probably will be too.
But I also feel like it's going to be dumb as hell, and they're going to do a bullshit move and just be like, hey, if you want to fight for Roman's fucking title, for fuck's sake, let's just put that out there. You gotta vacate it. They're just gonna vacate it so he doesn't actually lose it. And I feel like they're gonna turn that into a story because they're not gonna give him the fucking other.
Similar to when Great Khali won it in that Battle Royal because it was just vacated.
Stupid. Do you see the? Anyways, but yeah. Way off topic. Arcade Bro.
Yeah. We're talking about Arcade Bro. My opinion on Arcade Bro is it seems to work. They tried it the first time in NXT with joint manipulation with Pete Dunne, where it was Pete Dunne and Riddle, and but after a while, this two seemed to really work together. But I haven't seen enough of the Randy Orton Matt Riddle things. It looks like Matt Riddle only tries to make Randy Orton break character. And I think that's the reason why they still have them together.
My number 3, we're going with multi-decade team here. I guess you could say. Road Warriors. But I'm not saying 2000 Legion of Doom.
Withdraws?
Not before that. When
they
came back, because it didn't really matter. They just needed a paycheck. But they did bring that hard-hitting style of brawling and fighting into wrestling that in tag teams that pretty much other companies wanted to copy, i.e. Demolition. Even though that was around the same time almost. But you still had Demolition was pretty much almost WWE's version of Road Warriors, and then they got the Road Warriors for all of 2 seconds, and then went back to fourth between that. And then
to me, the Road Warrior, the Demolition didn't seem like a comeback for the Road Warriors. To me, it seemed more like the Powers of Pain with Warlord and the Barbarian.
That one, yes.
That was a direct copy of
yes.
Legion of Doom. They wanted 2 huge guys that could do that, but Demolition. The difference between Demolition and the Road Warriors is one could wrestle and the others could brawl. Where Demolition were actually really good technical wrestlers. They didn't show it much with there, but at that time...
Yeah, because I think they wanted to be more of the powerhouse style.
Yeah.
But with the Road Warriors...
And then they threw Crush in there.
Yeah, they threw Crush.
A great 3-man tag team, actually.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I'm still sticking with the Road Warriors because of the downside of the Road Warriors was Legion of Doom... LOD 2000, whatever I think that's what they were called. And then you got Draws. And the downside of that was them using Hawk's fucking... drug and alcohol problem in a fucking storyline, which is not the first time they've done, but where they made it look like he jumped or got pushed off the damn Titantron by Droz. Yeah. And I'm like, that was just fucking stupid. You're doing this. Go get him fucking help. I get it. Not everybody wants help, but do something. Don't fucking exploit it on television.
At that point, depending on who you talk to, I heard a shoot interview with the Road Warriors where at that point, Hawk was actually clean at that point, and working on his sobriety, and depending at one point, depending at one point in their career after that when they were talking about it, sometimes they were like, Hawk said that, he saw what he was and was reenacting it. And other points he's like, Vince McMahon made me do it. I didn't want to do it.
Right.
So.
I know, kind of back and forth. But then you also got the one thing I'm also leaving out of the team as the Road Warriors, because I just love them as the color scheme and everything, and Paul Ellering was a great manager for him.
Mm-hmm.
The part with... What the fuck was it? When Animal came back after Hawk's passing and made Road Warrior Legion of Doom 2.0 with fucking Heidenreich. I'm not counting that shit. And also, Heidenreich's character was originally supposed to be brought back as an undead zombie Nazi.
I like the fact that you almost had a stroke trying to say the dude's name.
I don't know if you knew that, though.
I did not know that, no.
And then he just became a fucking weird, creepy dude reading poetry to Michael Cole.
Yeah.
And then I think they broke that up, and then Animal King turned into some leather biker dude?
Why not?
And I'm just like, the Road Warriors are done for me.
Everybody likes leather and bikers.
If it wasn't for him, you still wouldn't have a lot of the brawlers and the big teams, especially when they did that, whatever Raw that was, where everybody attacked the Ascension and they made fun of him, saying that they were the fucking Road Warriors.
Oh, yeah. I remember that because JBL came out, ripped his shirt off, had the APA shirt, got Ron Simmons out there. They all just beat the piss out of him. It was kind of funny. I'm not going to lie.
Well, yeah, but then it was still, like, that part was funny, but I just hated that, like, they compare everybody that wears face paint and they're big brawling dudes. The Ascension could wrestle.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they pulled off the whole exterior that they're powerhouses and shit, and they're like, you guys are the Road Warrior copycats.
But Connor and Victor could wrestle.
I don't know if...
They could fight.
I don't know if they're still wrestling now. I know one of them is.
I think Connor is, isn't he? The bigger one?
I fucking couldn't tell you.
I know you are right, though. One of them is, because I saw something about them not too fucking long ago.
I was out of wrestling when, like, I wasn't really watching any sort of wrestling at that point. When that was going on, it was actually their last match in NXT was me getting introduced to NXT and watching that. Like really, I didn't see the. I'm talking about the Ascension. I didn't see much in Ascension, so I can't comment on there. But the first time I saw them, I was like, "Oh, dude, they're copying the Road Warriors."
Yeah.
So.
And that's another thing of I'm getting it here, is that you get somebody with face paint, two powerhouses, whatever, you got Road Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what everybody thinks of, and that's why they're my number 3.
Definitely not a bad pick.
All right, C-Man.
Oh, it's you.
It's me.
Yeah, you go. You're number 2.
You're 3.
My number 3.
Oh yeah, you're number 3 because you had a 3-way for number 4. Forgot all about that.
That's right.
The 3-way dance for number 4.
I'm going with the world's greatest tag team.
Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin.
Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin. 2 excellent mat wrestlers that tagged up and gelled together. I mean, there's not much you can say beside, like, even them coming back together for a Ring of Honor. The fact that they weren't.
I started watching Ring of Honor is when they were there.
The fact that they didn't continue on to become multi-time WWE champion. They probably did, but I mean, not
as much as they could have.
Watching them as Team Angle and like they took on Kurt Angle's legacy and just
ran with it. They were
absolutely good. They were great
fantastic
together.
That being said, solo runs.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Haas, not really.
No.
And then they teamed him with like random people. And then
with Jackie Gata.
Yeah, which is his wife, or ex-wife now, I think.
No, I don't know.
I have no fucking idea. But then also teamed him with Rico.
Yeah.
And they gave him the impersonator gimmick because he came out of Stone Cold Steve Austin. He did the Hogan thing.
Yeah, because everybody likes those. You don't need to do that into the microphone.
Yeah, what the hell? Stop playing with the cat. And we're not saying the other word. We're got Joe in trouble.
Yeah. Mom, I'm not saying that word.
Anyways, but no, and then when they teamed on the Ring of Honor, that's when I started getting into Ring of Honor. And I'm like, oh, cool, these guys they're fucking badass. I'll watch it even more. And then when Shelton Benjamin came back to WWE,
yeah,
I was really hoping for a run with Charlie Haas.
Everybody was we were like, oh, here's Shelton Benjamin. Let's do this. Let's bring back the world's greatest tag team. What's Charlie Haas isn't going to say no. No.
But the thing is, with Charlie Haas at one point, he was almost dying.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it was a disease, but he lost a shit ton of weight. It might have been drugs and alcohol or something in there.
Let's hope not.
But he got so out of shape so bad that he's back now, but it does not look like the old Charlie Haas.
Okay.
And then Shelton Benjamin with his single run.
Shelton Benjamin looks like he hasn't aged since.
Oh God! No. All right, we're back.
We're back.
Break.
We're talking about black not cracking.
With Shelton Benjamin.
Yes, we are. Very
I
astute
wish
of you.
they gave Shelton Benjamin a better singles run. Him as the Intercontinental Champion is great. The match we had at Shawn Michaels where he got super kicked out of midair, fucking fantastic. The match he had against Chris Jericho at Cyber Sunday.
Anytime,
Cyber Tuesday, one or the other.
anytime he was in
hell?
Money in the Bank, he stole the show.
Oh yeah, the first match where he did the whole springboard out of the ring, off the ladder.
Yeah.
Or where he even ran up the ladder that was leaning up and clotheslined someone.
Oh, he just scaled the damn thing. It was fucking amazing to watch.
That's why when Edge won that shit, I'm like, I get it why he won it, but it's just like, what?
Yeah.
And I really hope, since he's back in WWE, they give him some type of title run that's not mid card or tag team. Even if it's the shitty Kofi Kingston size run where he had it for 2 weeks and got destroyed by Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice to finally see Kofi get the title, though. I
Yeah.
will admit that much.
I'm still waiting for Xavier Woods.
That's
on
it.
the 3 New Day.
Yeah,
That's never gonna
because
happen.
Biggie won the.
I don't think that's going to happen. Just personally, I don't know.
And in my opinion, Xavier Woods the most talented out of the three of them.
He
Yes.
is.
So
Austin
like,
Creed.
He is the most technically gifted out of all three of
TNA
us.
was Consequences Creed.
Yep.
But in my opinion, Biggie is the best person in the world.
Oh yeah.
I will listen to anything that man has to talk about.
He seems like a genuine
Big
human
men
being.
slap
Yeah,
meat.
he really does. Yeah.
He just has that personality. That's like,
He just-
I could go to the bar and get a couple of drinks with this dude. Type
And
deal.
he just seems like the salt of the earth. Like the anytime he's around, he's the best person in the room. So anytime he, but world's greatest tag team.
Transition. World's Greatest Tag Team. Great fucking choice.
Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
My number 2, which you knew already. Both of you know already.
Do we?
Fucking, you guessed it already.
Just
and
fucking
Jeff
say
Hardy,
it.
The Hardy Boys. I know you're doing that, but I'm saying it this way.
Yeah,
it's
go
because
ahead.
of WWE
No, this is your opinion.
/ WWF. Their greatest point at one time on tag teams was the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, where they did the TLC matches, the ladder matches, the tables matches. If it wasn't for them, the 3 pillars, them, Dudley's, and Edge and Christian. Edge and Christian are better as singles. Dudley Boys, you would go anywhere rather having both as a team, but Bully Ray did do a great solo run in TNA / Impact.
Mm-hmm.
Devon, however, not so much. Hardy's, you had both had single runs. You had the stupid feuds multiple times with them, which were some of them were good, some of them were fucking outright ridiculous.
Yeah.
You gave Matt Hardy the WWE ECW championship for the singles run, and then you gave Jeff the WWE championship, which
Lasted a week.
that was a little bit longer than that, maybe 8
Maybe
days.
like a month.
Um,
A week, 8 days.
but
It
like,
did not last long.
that wasn't bad, and that's the whole feud. And then they brought in Chavo Guerrero and Rey Mysterio and shit. And that was alright. And then Jeff Hardy's feud with CM Punk, that was good. It could have been better. But as a team, you're looking at one of the better ones that everybody else also fucking tries to copy. Like nowadays. Everybody in the Indies, you want to see everybody copy any of the
On
Hardys.
that point, this is the biggest problem that I have with this tag team. I mean, I watch them.
Is it the combination of the drugs and alcohol?
No. Everybody has their demons, and everybody has that. To me, I never really
Got behind them?
got behind them. Like I got behind Lita, but I never
And
really
Terry
got
Reynolds.
No comment.
I never really got behind the Hardy Boys. I mean, Matt at one point, like I enjoyed him like with a Mattitude.
Oh, with him and Shannon Moore?
Him and Shannon Moore, like
Matt Hardy
and then
version
he would
one?
have the Matt facts on there
Yeah.
on the side of there. Like that was entertaining as hell. But the Hardy Boys together, never really enjoyed them. And the biggest reason I think that I hate them is because of the impact that they've had on the wrestling business, where you go to any indie show
and everybody has mother copies of.
Yeah, they're wearing their mesh shirts and like doing a swanton bomb and trying to do their moves.
That's part of the reason why they're on my list, is because they're that influential. Because one, it's not just influential; it's just people can't fucking think of their own shit. But if you didn't have them, you wouldn't have a lot of these people that are in fucking indies right now.
But is that for the better?
Who fucking knows?
I went to a wrestling show where the guy's name was Version 2, and he was accompanied by the lovely Lisa.
That is fucking on copyright infringement, almost.
That is damn near on the nose.
Like, I saw that, and I'm like,
This is stupid.
it's funny.
It's funny.
But, man, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Shit.
Like,
No shit.
But there are so many bad wrestlers out there hurting themselves, hurting each other, trying to copy the Hardy Boys moves, and to me, it's hard to watch a Hardy Boys match and be like, "Yes, this is positive on the business."
I honestly, I don't know why, but I thought you were gonna bring up that at one point, Jeff, we all knew he had fucking problems with.
Oh yeah,
He was public
drinking.
about it.
Yeah, well, they all public about it as soon as you get fucking arrested. Drinking, drugs, whatever, or even the fact that his singles run in TNA, where he pretty much, that was another thing with TNA, where he fought Sting, and that was the thing about Sting is that I liked, is that he held him down to get it over with, and people were pissed off. But why the fuck did you send his ass out there?
yeah, that was on TNA. Like,
You knew he was fucked.
yeah.
Weren't there bits of promo footage of Jeff in TNA with him fucking smoking cigarettes on camera and shit? I swear to God, I remember watching at least one promo of him lighting up a cigarette on live television in the middle of the ring, just lighting up a cigarette. I swear to God.
I know Big Show did that.
He had the douchebag jacket turned over
He
and
did that in
shit.
WCW.
And
Yeah.
it was so fucking terrible.
That I don't know about that one.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
I mean, his belt was one of the worst fucking design
I
belts ever.
freaking hated that thing. It was fugly. It was worse than the freaking penny tag team belts.
Yes, but that was the thing though, is when Matt came back to TNA and he had dreads. That was weird.
Everybody's got a dreadhead face.
Yeah.
Dreads.
The thing about it was with him, he ended up having a fucking problem too.
Did he?
Not as big as Jeff, but I think he had a drinking problem. At one
Okay.
point. And then,
Is that how
and I really
the more of lawns came along?
yeah. And I really thought that's what you were going to bring up, is because, yeah, you have the tag teams, but then you got the negative facts that brought up on the world. So, yeah. Since Cabbage is running away, what's your number 2, my friend?
My number 2 is the Revival.
My number 4 is your number 2.
That's right. I enjoyed that tag team more than you did, I guess. That tag team is everything that a tag team should be.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, absolutely perfect flow-in matches. Like, each member knows what the other member is doing at all times, and make each other into better wrestlers because of it. Like, I hear interviews with them where they're talking about like how they sit there and watch old wrestling matches to see what they're doing, what other tag teams are doing right, or like
I
in
get
the
you.
80s, and what they did wrong, and like always trying to make the sport better, and always trying to bring tag team into
Modern day TV.
Yeah,
Which is
into
a great
the limelight.
Because that's the one thing, is like, singles wrestling isn't everything.
No, it's definitely not.
And it gets boring after a while.
It does, like seeing two single guys, two big meaty guys slapping meat. Like, that's fun, but after a while, like there's more of an art form when there's four people out there making a tapestry instead of just two people getting tired and then holding each other, and then loving each other
for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Revival.
Revival as my number 2 pick.
I like it.
Going over this list, my number 2 and number 1 kept flip-flopping because both of them are excellent tag teams together, but I'll explain that later, but the Revival is everything a tag team should be. The only thing they have going against them is they like CM Punk.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say about that.
That's the one thing you hate. That's why they're number 2. What's Cabbage? What's your number 2?
All right, this is literally purely nostalgia. It's pure nostalgia. That's the only reason.
Kind of like the Hardy Boys and the Legion of Doom.
Thank you.
Edge and Christian.
Oh, I was really hoping you said JOB Squad.
No, I threw them literally in there for the fact that, like you mentioned earlier, because of them, the Hardys and the Dudleys, ladder matches, they pioneered the shit.
They did have that four team match. It was Chris Jericho and someone else. I can't remember. It was them three teams, and then Jericho and another person that they did a random on a pay-per-view for something. I can't remember what the fuck it was. Was it another team?
Jericho and Benoit.
They might have been that. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But it was just like randomly put in there, and I'm like, they're not a bad team, but I do not picture them as the face of what the Attitude Era tag team.
Oh, are you talking about the TLC match?
Yeah.
Where that was Benoit.
That was Benoit?
Yeah.
Okay. Because other than that, the only other tag teams I can think of for Attitude Era, you got the Acolytes. You got... That's pretty much the one I can think of off the top of my head.
Rock and Mankind Attitude Era, did they qualify for
Yeah,
that?
but I'm not counting them as a tag team, mainly because they're better singles. They're good.
And the run did not
work. The Rock
work.
and Sock connection was great. It was hilarious. But
I feel like it was purely a comedic thing, though.
It was.
Like, as singles competitors, beautiful people.
Yeah.
But they were not a tag team. It's the same thing, I think, with Edge and Christian. Like I said, I threw them in there literally for nostalgia, because they were 100% better singles competitors. But just like maybe it was the energy they brought to the ring when they were in there together, and just the way, I don't know.
Are you talking about like the 5-second pose, or like them?
Things of them being just weird, and
them coming to the ring with the giant ass fucking hats, or
it was just like that.
My favorite one, the Conquistadors.
It was
everybody's done the Conquistadors.
Everyone.
Yeah.
And I just laughed too, because I was walking into work one day and I looked down at a manhole cover and it said Conquistador on it.
Nice.
And that's just why those are that's my 2. That's my number 2.
I like it.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you this, Cabbage. We're gonna start off with you.
You already know.
I do know.
You do know.
What's your number 1?
But I've got very deep personal reasons for it.
What's your number 1?
And Joe, cover your ears, because you're about to hear an echo. The Hardy Boys. My whole reason.
I knew it.
It's everything you said and more.
But why did you? Okay, I get the more part, because you said everything I said, and you did the same thing with Edge and Christian. Were those, like he said, he has his number 2 and number 1 flip flopping all the time?
Yeah, they kept
for you?
They kept going back and forth. The reason why the Hardys won out, and I'm saying this because this is just deep in my heart. The reason why the Hardys won out is because of Jeff. The face paint, the way he could just flow in the fucking ring, for my opinion.
Mike skills, he had this, but Jeff had more charisma than Matt, in my opinion.
He did.
As a team.
Yes, okay.
The way
singles runs, Jeff with the WWE Championship, yes. Matt Hardy as the
WWE, ECW, whatever the hell
even
shit.
that. I'm thinking, like he said, with the Mattitude.
Oh,
that was phenomenal. And then the fact that he, I don't know, story-wise, lost weight to fight for the Cruiserweight title.
I will say I did like and this is an aesthetic thing, but when he started doing the Key of Fate shit, was that the Mattitude as well?
The what?
The Key of Fate, the way he'd have a key on his
Twist of Shake.
He had a key too. He had a key on his tights.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that might have been around the time when him and Jeff were feuding.
Yeah.
Because
It was when he was
started
all
wearing
blue.
tights and not pants.
Yeah,
Oh.
and he had like this key, and I remember Key of Fate being like a key,
Yeah, that was a small window around WrestleMania 25 era.
But just
Seems like so long ago now.
I'm not that old. You guys are that old. I'm not that old.
I'm only 2 years older than you, dickbag. Anyways,
Shut up.
So I
You're
get
old.
that. I get why you have him as your number one.
So the one thing I do like about the Hardy Boys is when I was in high school is when they were wrestling. Yeah, when they were big. And one of my sister's friends had a huge crush on me and said that I looked like Matt Hardy.
All right, we got Joe almost going to the Hardy Boys.
Yeah. Her name was Sarah. I won't give out her last name, but she wrote me love letters and said, "Be my Matt Hardy," and all
That's
this.
awesome.
But here's the
It's
question: could you see it if you looked at yourself in the mirror? Could you see it even remotely?
Wait, hold on.
Him looking like Matt Hardy.
Oh, I think meant him being with the chick.
No, you looking like Matt Hardy. Could you see it even remotely?
Not even close.
I had to get that clarification.
And I was dating my ex-wife at that point, and I said, "Do I look like Matt Hardy?" And she goes, "No."
I had to get that clarification.
Didn't even have the long hair.
Because you
I wonder
hear
if she
stories
just
about that
wanted
all
a
the time.
I wonder if she just wanted a wrestling reference and you're like, "Be my Matt Hardy to my Lita."
She was a redhead.
Called it.
Fucking redheads, man.
Now we're going.
Bajangas.
Joe kind of already called this before we started talking about.
Oh, did I?
Podcast.
Okay.
My number one,
Yes.
not the NWO itself, but the Outsiders, and I'm saying Kevin Nash, Scott Hall. Kevin Nash is a singles wrestler. Okay, yes, he had the run with the belt in WWE between him and Shawn Michaels. Scott Hall is a phenomenal character. Phenomenal character with Razor Ramon and the bad guy and
Hey, yo.
Ayo. But yeah, phenomenal with that. Rest in peace. And them jumping ship to WCW, pretty much starting the fucking war with WWE
Yeah.
and figuring out, which was, in my opinion, also a good thing. Because WWE had some contracts, but not every single one was contracted. And I remember an interview with Scott Hall saying that if you didn't wrestle that day, you didn't get paid. So if you weren't on the show, you did not get paid. And I'm thinking, what kind of bullshit is that?
Yeah.
You're working for this company, you're not getting paid, and you're not at the time. I don't know if you're even allowed to go wrestle somewhere else, like a small indie show.
No, back then you probably would have been immediately axed.
Yeah, and with that being said, they pretty much started the whole contract, which kind of sucks for some people. But that's how you got the whole contract shit. Was them joining with Hogan and making the NWO influential too? Yeah, but they sold that gimmick for Japan, which most people know by now. But what shit isn't stolen these days? And that's why
My heart, because no one wants it.
Okay, that's why mine number one was the Outsiders, was because they fucking kicked in WCW's door, told WWE to fuck off. And
Changed
they
a lot
even
of
tried
shit.
making the fake Diesel and the fake Razor Ramon with Glenn Jacobs and the other fucking douche canoe, I forgot his name.
They're all douche canoes.
Well, he didn't do anything after that, so it's just that I know of in WWE. And it's just like, okay, you realize these guys have power to fucking control their own fate. In the world that they work in with this business, they're helping other people get contracts and money, and you see people jumping ship back and forth because they don't like one thing or the other. And that's what I liked. They gave WWE competition, and Vince was like, what the hell was happening here? And that's what made my number one be Outsiders. I mean, at the time, I only knew, around that shit happened, I only knew about WWE. I didn't really care because I never really watched anything. But it's just like, that. All right, that's my fucking number one.
All right. I mean, I was Outsiders. They made the Monday. They started the Monday Night Raw. They really made it what it is. So yeah, I mean, their influence on the business was pretty big. Can't say much bad about Razor Ramon, Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. Yes.
Kevin Nash.
Same 4 letters. You're good.
Rough. And also, I just want to let you guys know that in Totally Tool Wrestling 3, there was a new Razor and a new Diesel, where every time Diesel came in the ring, he tore his quad.
That's pretty much what Kevin Nash did anyway.
So yeah, I stole that from, or Joey Eastman and I stole that from WWE.
Hilarious.
Twice. But I mean, it's good stuff. They started Kevin Nash. I don't like the person he is, but
no.
The influence,
he will,
he will always be remembered in the business. And the Outsiders were a great tag team. We're a good tag team. So, let me go with. I'll go with my number 1 tag team now, I guess.
Yep.
I'm gonna say Ricochet's butt cheeks.
Ricochet's butt cheeks. I mean, every time you see him, something spectacular happens. So
that's
there you
right.
go.
Those things fill out those pants.
No, I'm gonna go with another
Butt cheek.
80s tag team, and I'm gonna say the Steiner brothers.
Ooh.
See, is there what's your reasoning?
They wrestled together for so long, like all over the world. If you they wrestled Japan, they wrestled WCW, WWE. They were truly independent wrestlers, basically wrestling wherever they wanted for how long they wanted to wrestle. They were way ahead of their time. You had a big buff guy, Scott Steiner, doing a Hurricanrana, tagging in his brother, and his brother would just throw him to the ground, tie him up in knots, and then take him back in. And Scott Steiner would do his power moves and then more high flying moves. Like,
you didn't expect it.
They were
like you said, not in the right
excellent mat wrestlers. And I mean, tell me that you wouldn't want to see the Steiner brothers against the War Raiders.
Oh, fuck
that'd be amazing.
That would be an amazing match. I mean, watching the Steiner brothers, you especially with their Japan stuff where they went against Bam Bam Bigelow and Vader.
God, yeah.
Dude, they would just beat the crap out of each other. And if you watch their matches where they weren't in WWE, weren't in WCW,
where
they would
do more.
They would go against Road Warriors and expose them for not being able to wrestle. Like, they would just throw them around the ring, and it would just be like if you watch those matches, they just throw them around the ring like Cesaro throws Big E around the ring. Like, it's just
that's the thing.
So amazing to me.
I loved his call into the Frankensteiner.
Yeah.
And then I did not like the Steiner recliner. That was kind of dumb. But I get what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
And then I loved that you being said with the Road Warriors, where you had Scott take somebody, put him on his shoulders, and they did that bulldog.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that was a spoof to the Road Warriors or some shit. But
I really don't know what that was either, but
it was fucking great.
It's fun to watch.
Yeah, it's great stuff, man. Watching their match, they were ahead of their time, especially for a tag team, and they were going against big guys like the Road Warriors, who were going around destroying everybody in there, like not giving anybody else a chance, not like letting anybody prove what they wanted to prove. Like,
oh yeah. They put up a fight when they want to put up a fight.
Yeah, but the Steiners would go in there, like, knowing that they could destroy whatever person's across the ring, and still put on a great match. Yeah. And I definitely respect them for that. What ruined them was the NWO.
Oh yeah,
like NWO split them up, and ever since then, they even when they came back in WCW and started tagging again, it was never the same.
That, or the fact that I was going to make a joke here and say the thing that ruined him was Scott Steiner's chainmail.
No, the thing that ruined him was Rick Steiner's feud with Chucky.
Oh, That was so bad at WCW. Fucking Rick Steiner trying to do a promo with Chucky that was pre-recorded, so he was off on when the fuck he was supposed to talk. And pointless, because I knew what they were trying to do. They're trying to get money, and the same company that owned them were trying to fucking promote shit. And it's just like, holy shit, what the fuck is this? That also being said, Scott Steiner had a better singles run than Rick. Did Scott really do shit? Fuck no.
No. And when Scott came to WWE, it showed that he couldn't really wrestle anymore.
Oh, God. Oh, like that feud with Triple H?
Yeah.
Horrible. Mm-hmm. And they did the whole pose off, and it was dumb.
So, for me, the Steiner brothers, best tag team that's ever been around. But
that's why I get your
then you've got
the number 2.
Yeah, those two are so great.
Can you picture that, though? If you had the Steiners in the prime and Revival in the prime?
The Steiners would kick
fuck yeah.
But,
they would destroy them. Yeah, but, like, it would just be a
just
fucking
because
hell of a
they're
match.
two big, beefy guys, like, each of them are, like, 6 feet tall, and Revival is 5'7",
5'8",
maybe.
you know?
And, but put them against any big tag team. Dude, Bam Bam Bigelow and Vader. Like,
fucking phenomenal. 2
of the best big guys that's ever wrestled, and they were. I would want to see the Steiner brothers against the Bar. I would want to see the Steiner brothers against the Outsiders.
I might, future reference, I might change my number 8 to the Steiner brothers instead of the Mustache Mountain. All right, anyways.
So okay, it's now canon, but
but that's a fucking great one. I never even thought about that too when I was thinking teams, and you got mine with the Outsiders being number 1. You got Cabbages over there, Rodney, his being the Hardys, which is understandable because they were my number 2, and how influential they are with the fucking Indies and everybody fucking else do the same damn thing. And then you got the Steiner brothers for the Beastmaster, Joe Herro.
Yep, absolutely.
All great picks.
Yeah. And then
mostly great picks.
And then thank you for joining us.
Some flops, but we don't talk about that.
Thank you for joining us on the Chris Reason Network. For YouTube for this podcast for Reason to Talk with Chris Reason. Also, get your podcast available today on YouTube. Just recently started doing it. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, wherever the hell you get your fucking podcast from, except for iHeartRadio for some reason. Check out TVW.
Are you on Audible?
No, that's books.
They also have podcasts on there too.
I'm gonna try to get on Audible.
I was gonna say they do have podcasts.
Check out TVW. I might be on Audible, to be honest. I have no fucking idea.
Your mom's on Audible.
Your dad's on your mom. Check out TVW.
Can't argue with that.
Wednesdays on Chris Reason Network on YouTube. Anybody want to promote anything here?
I want my mommy now.
Oh my gosh, don't talk.
Shut the fuck up.
Peace and fucking bacon grease. Hit that follow, subscribe, whatever.
Thank you for listening to us talk, and go fuck yourself.